How's it going, you guys? AZPlyo21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5, and it's a pay-per-view. UFC 303, Lee versus MCKEE 2, a rematch for the Super Lightweight Championship in our main event. In the co-main event, we also got Valerie Loretta taking on Jillian Robertson for the women's flyweight title. I don't know why I put this one on a Friday. Whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rankings before we get it started. You can see Marcos Rogerio de Lima moving up, not anything too big. At middleweight, Novenyi Jr. ranked at number 17 after beating Robert Whittaker, who goes all the way down to number 22. Ouch. Welterweight, nothing going on. At super lightweight, Jikashi moving down. Nothing really in store for Kevin Lee or MCKEE. I mean, MCKEE, if he were to win, we'd probably just run the trilogy, but if Lee were to win, I'm not sure who his next opponent would be. I mean, Pavel Kielek lost. He's fighting Tofik Musayev. I guess Musayev would be next if he were to beat Kielek, I guess. Leon Edwards, of course, lost to AJ McKee. He's done for a while. Eddie Alvarez lost to Alexander Hernandez. Jikashi just lost. Rory McDonald just beat Jikashi, but he would probably need at least one more win. Ally Quinta lost to Jikashi. Cowboy Cerrone lost to Edwards. Just kind of a mess all around. Musayev, I guess, would be next if he were to beat Kielek. So I guess let's hope that Musayev wins just for the sake of the division moving forward, I guess. All right. We still need to look at some of the rest of the rankings. At lightweight, nothing going on. Nothing at featherweight. At bantamweight, Sochul Kim moves up a little bit. Flyweight, Joseph Benavidez is back. Featherweight, nothing going on. Bantamweight, Shevchenko up to number 7. At flyweight, nothing doing. And at strawweight, nothing doing. Let's go ahead and get it started. UFC 303, Lee versus MCKEE. Our next pay-per-view will be UFC 304, Jones versus Shogun 3. This is the last time Shogun's going to get to fight John Jones for the light heavyweight title. He is the current interim light heavyweight champion. They're going to do it again. 4 title fights on that pay-per-view. In Brazil, Jones and Shogun, Gastelum and Vieira, Sandhagen and Almeida, and then Namajunas and Ho. That should be a good pay-per-view. Before that, we have 4 fight cards. Fairtex versus Tiburcio. Harding versus Chiasson for the women's featherweight championship. I believe we did just strip... or not strip, but I mean Cyborg couldn't fight for the title, so now we just have Chiasson and Harding going at it. Holloway and Vitruk, and then we got Hall and Torres. Let's get it going. UFC 303, Lee versus MCKEE. Taking place in Florida, of course. Start with our prelims. Wazuka Shimazu taking on Carol Hosa, and it's Shimazu getting the unanimous decision here today. Jacare Souza taking on Julius Anglicus in the light heavyweight division. Jacare, I believe this is his last fight. And it's against Julius Anglicus, 3-2 in the UFC. Souza gets the split decision over Anglicus, and he is still going. How about that? Jacare still going strong, wants to fight Mark Turner. Grayson Cornejo taking on Yoni Sherbatov in the flyweight division. And it's Cornejo getting it done via decision here today, winning in his UFC debut. Sarah Morris taking on Pani Kianzad in the bantamweight division. And we have Sarah Morris getting the win in round number 1. She's on a 3-fight winning streak in Invicta, comes back, loses to Macedo, but then gets a big win over Pani Kianzad. Orlina Desjarlais taking on Tracy Cortez in the bantamweight division, and it's Desjarlais getting the split decision win. A good fight, and she's calling out Wazuka Shimazu. Okay. Tamdan McCrory taking on Alex Pereira in the middleweight division. Pereira, 36 years old. McCrory no younger at 37, and Pereira knocks out McCrory in round number 2. He's now 2-1 in the UFC. Katarzyna Lubanska taking on Ji Seon Yo. And it's Lubanska getting the submission due to an ankle lock in round number 3, winning in her UFC debut. Congrats to Lubanska. Fukushi versus Nico Montano at bantamweight. Montano, I believe this is her return fight. Yeah, her return fight after a little bit of time in Invicta. And Fukushi gets the knockout in round number 1 over the former flyweight champion. Zhang Jianan taking on Alejandra Lara at flyweight. Remember, Alejandra Lara is the former featherweight champion. And she's back down to flyweight, 125. That's pretty crazy. Alejandra Lara, the big favorite, and she gets the win via knockout in round number 2. Now 2-0 in her UFC career. Kaliso Sangsorn taking on Hu Liang Lu in our final prelim in the bantamweight division, and it's Kaliso Sangsorn with the knockout in round number 3. 4-3 in the UFC she is now. Sangsorn getting it done. Give me your $75. It is Montana De La Rosa taking on Ariane Lipski to open up our main card. The former flyweight champion of the world, De La Rosa, the favorite on this one. Of course, she had her trilogy with Loretta, but in between that, was able to get a win over Ariane Lipski. Lipski looking to get closer to the title. 3-fight win streak. A win over the former champion might just get her ever so close to a title shot. And it is Montana De La Rosa getting it done again. Rear naked choke in round number 2 and wants to fight Mackenzie Dern. In the super middleweight tournament, we have Paulo Costa taking on Darren Till. Now, in real life, as I'm recording this, Paulo Costa is in a lot of trouble. Apparently, he attacked a nurse or something like that, who was kind of talking to him about a vaccination card or something like that. I don't know. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Darren Till, former middleweight champion of the world, somehow the number 20 middleweight in the world, after losing to Gastelum twice, taking on Paulo Costa, the former title challenger against Till. And you can see there, Costa is the underdog in this one, and it is Darren Till getting the win over Paulo Costa, getting a big win as he heads towards a title shot once again. Alistair Overeem taking on Cain Velasquez in a big heavyweight contest. We're more than likely going to have an interim heavyweight title fight between DeFries and Pavlovich. And the winner of this one between Overeem and Velasquez is more than likely going to challenge them. I mean, you can see Overeem 4 fight win streak, not including a no contest. Cain Velasquez, a win over Curtis Blades. It is not our co-main event, but it is a big fight. Overeem would be really cool to see him go up and challenge somebody, and it is Alistair Overeem via unanimous decision. A big win over Cain Velasquez. I hope none of them retires here. Overeem is sticking around. It is our co-main event of the evening for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Jillian Robertson, a big win over Mackenzie Dern, gets her a title shot. She was out for over a year, but finally gets her title shot a year and like 4 months later against Valerie Loretta, who, as we know, had that trilogy with Montana De La Rosa, had a fight against Agpova in the middle of it. Done with De La Rosa, can now move on to other challengers, and she is the underdog to Jillian Robertson for our co-main event. Let's get it going. Loretta in front of her home crowd here in Florida. Nothing really going on early on. Loretta looking to attack. Roundhouse kick to the ribs. Loretta coming forward on the attack. Misses with the left hand. Spin kick to the body. Big right hand misses. Loretta stalking her. Loretta pressuring. Lands hard. Nearly done with the first round. Robertson catches a kick. Loretta can't be taken down. Can't connect. Less than a minute to go in round number 1. Loretta looking for a striking exchange. Looking to be aggressive here. Crunching leg kick. Time runs out on round 1. Loretta apparently won it as we move on to round number 2. Coming together to strike. Robertson hits the jab. Left kick to the body. Superb head kick. She's out. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee calls a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 7 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Valerie Loretta. Incredible. Main event of the evening as we have our flyweight title defended. The Motown Phenom, Kevin Lee, taking on AJ McKee. A rematch of the Super Lightweight Grand Prix Finals. Kevin Lee victorious in that one. AJ McKee, other than that, has been killing it in the UFC thus far. 8-3 in total. Mid-level international already. Kevin Lee also mid-level international. This guy has not lost a fight since January of 2021. That is insane. It's our main event of the evening. Let's go ahead and get it going for the Super Lightweight Championship of the world. Your referee, Steve Mazzagatti. Both fighters stepping in to strike. McKee avoids a jab. Coming together to strike. Halfway point of the round. Nothing really going on here in round number 1. No takedowns, no big strikes. Less than a minute to go in round number 1. Cleanly with the right hand. Round 1 comes to an end. Very exciting. Apparently goes to McKee. Meeting in the center. Coming together to strike. Left kick to the body. Lee hits a good right hand. A left hook. Good right hand. Two fighters engage. Missing a right hook. Can't find the right hook, McKee. Halfway through round number 2. Both guys still going at it. Right hand gets blocked. Ends with a right hook. McKee is limping noticeably. Right head kick for Lee. Less than a minute in round 2. Oh, McKee is down. Nailed by a big right head kick. Kevin Lee's about to win. Ooh, but he does not end the fight. Round 2 comes to a close. And Lee wins the round. 1-1. Easily caught by McKee. McKee goes for a takedown. He can't get it. Up against the cage. A foot stomp. Short left uppercut. Lee gets smothered up. Halfway through round number 3 already. Lee starting to get tired, but McKee is limping. Uh-oh. Nowhere to go. Knocked out. How did that happen? Let's look. Stepping in, Lee throws 3 quick punches, one of which land and then hits McKee with a beauty of a straight right. McKee backs off and covers up. He is dazed. Lee comes forward. He knows that this is a chance for victory. McKee is trapped against the cage with nowhere to go. Lee moves in for the kill, lands a huge right hand. McKee is knocked out cold. Your winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC super lightweight champion of the world, the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee. Who is going to stop this guy? 38 million on pay-per-view, 8 million at the gate. You love to see it. Darren Till moves on in the super middleweight Grand Prix. Gotta love it. Let's give it to the main event. Any first round finishes? We got Darren Till. We've got Sang Sorn. We've got Fukushi. And we've got Sarah Morris all getting 100K. Highest paid fighters: Kevin Lee, Alistair Overeem, Paulo Costa, and Darren Till. 44 million in profit. You gotta love it. Appreciate you guys as always. Can't wait till we get till UFC 304. That's going to be a big one. 4 title fights on that one. I appreciate you guys as always. I'm AZPlyo21. Like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel, please. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter. Links are down in the description below. You can also support me on Patreon if you would wish to do so. Appreciate it as always. I will see you at the fights.